I can't believe it's October, guys. That means spooky month, jack-o'-lanterns, and pumpkin beer. And there's a lot of pumpkin beer that's going to be coming out. I've done a few reviews already. But this year, we're going to do one. I can't believe I missed out on last year. Or at least didn't put a review up. So with that said, let's get into it. Beer, 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 beer. Hello everybody, welcome back to me, Mate Brewski, for another Brewski review. And today the beer I have for you is by the Lake of Bays Brewing Company up in Baysville, Ontario. This is their Pumpkin Ale. And I'm very surprised I haven't done a review on this yet. Must have slipped my mind. But yes, looking at the can, orange. It's a new can design. I don't remember exactly what the last can design looked like, but this one is different and looks way better. This is coming in at 6% alcohol by volume and only 25 IBUs, so very low on the IBU scale, but a nice little kick of alcohol in there. Let's crack it open, see what we got. I've had this beer before. I had it last year and probably the year before that. I do like the can design change, which is nice. Pouring it into my Lake of Bays tulip style glass. There we go, that looks like a decent pour. Looking at the beer, it's a deep amber, deep copper in color, slightly off-white head on top. Fairly clear, maybe a very slight touch of haze or just the color of it, but you can see right through it for the majority of it. Quite a nice looking beer, looks festive, almost matches the can. Let's have a smell. Clove, allspice, pumpkin, more fresh pumpkin. I don't remember it. Wow, that smells like really fresh pumpkin. A little bit of nutmeg. Very nice, but that fresh pumpkin smell. It's not as clove heavy or allspice heavy. It's definitely more pumpkin-y in my opinion so far. Smells pretty good. Let's have a sip. Pumpkin-y, clovey, light. Flavors sort of drop off. Lingering bitterness. Not too bad. Cheers, everybody. Let's keep on drinking. Pumpkin definitely lands first with a nice clove or nutmeg and allspice, slightly caramelly, and then drops off into a very nice, refreshing, lighter beer, lighter, watery-esque tastingness, which isn't bad. I'm not saying it's a bad wateriness. It's very nice. It's just very refreshing in the finish, quenches your thirst. Pretty damn good. Medium body, goes down really smooth, not too much carbonation, which is great for this style in my opinion. Really keeps it nice and tamed. As far as mouthfeel goes. Looking on the can here, Lake of Bays Brewing Co. Pumpkin Ale. Flavored strong beer, 6% alcohol by volume, like I say, 25 IBUs. We're going to start with the description. Celebrate sweater weather with this refreshing malt-forward ale featuring Magnum and Frugal's hops, pumpkin, vanilla, and spice. Subtle notes of nut and caramel make an ideal partner for harvest fare. Best served at 6 to 8 degrees centigrade, all natural, partially filtered, 25 IBUs. Malts that are used, which are listed, which is awesome, are 2-row pale, Carahel, wheat, and chocolate. Ooh, chocolate malts used in this. That sounds just, that was it. That sounds delightful. The hops that are used are Magnum and Fugels, and special ingredients is pumpkin. On the side, we do have ingredients: water, malted barley, hops, yeast, vanilla, spice, and pumpkin. Very nice. And we do have a package on date 18/09/18. So, September 18th, 2018. This is what is so awesome about Liquor Bay's can design and can information. They have alcohol, IBUs, description, ingredients, brewed on or best before date, hops, malts, and special ingredients, serving temperature, a ton of information with a great logo. Can't go wrong. I love to see all this information. I know there's a ton of other breweries that do it, but there's a lot that don't put all this information on the can, and you can do it. I know every brewery can if you just put your mind to it and design your can in a way that you can fit all the information without taking away from can design and I guess logo. Pretty good beer. Definitely a very nice pumpkin beer because the pumpkin's there, but you get some more additional sweetness. You get those malts, you get the caramel in it. Pretty damn good. Still, pumpkin beers aren't my favorite thing in the world. I'm not a big fan of like pumpkin pie, stuff like that, but I do appreciate it when they do come around. It gets me into the fall festivities, should you say. Moving over to the website now, lakeofbaysbrewing.ca. You go over to the pumpkin ale. And it has the same description as it is on the can. Availability: the widely popular pumpkin ale is available at the LCBO, on tap at the Huntsville Brew House and select licensees. Limited release starting in September. Tasting notes they also add are pumpkin ale is flavored with malt forward with subtle notes of nut, caramel, and autumn spice, with a refreshing finish, a perfect accompaniment for fall fare. Very, very nice. It's weird. They don't list any IBUs, ABVs, nothing like that. It's here all on the can, which is great. Love to see that. Thankfully, it's on the can, and that's better than it being on the website, in my opinion. But still, a very nice looking website. Solid beer. The pumpkin in it is good. I just don't like too much pumpkin, but it is still a very, very solid brew. Finally, moving over to Untapped, the Pumpkin Ale by Lake of Bays Brewing Company has been given a 3.44 bottle caps out of 5, and that's out of 491 ratings. With that said, I am on my final sip, so choose my final sip, guys. Let's get ready to ratings. Pretty good beer. Pumpkin, spices, caramel, maltiness. Slightly bitter in the end. Slightly bitter finish, which is pretty nice for this style. Great beer. No real complaints. Gotta give it a solid 8 out of 10 for me. But as for presentation on this end looks phenomenal. I love the crow, I love the pumpkins, I love the color of it, just perfect. All the information you ever want. All the information you ever want is here on the can. The website does look good. It's losing points on a little bit of a bit of a lack of information, but man, does this can bring you it all. Just because the can is so awesome. Presentation gets a solid 9.5 out of 10 for me. Missing a bit from the can, which I would like to see on the website, but still the can is where it's at for all the information. 9.5 out of 10 in that regard. With all that said, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or beers I want to review in the future, you can leave all that information down in the comment box below. If you want to go ahead and like this video or subscribe to me, Brewski, that'd be greatly appreciated as well. With all that said, that's going to do it for me, Brewski, and like I always say, crack your brain and enjoy. Cheers.